Welcome back to Science Tech Geek 345. Today we are going to learn about sentences. So let's start with the definition of sentences. So in simple words, we can say that a group of words that expresses a complete thought is a sentence. Next, we are coming up with types of sentences. So in English grammar, there are 4 types of sentences in English grammar: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Each type serves a different purpose and is punctuated accordingly. Declarative sentences make a statement or provide information, and it ends with a period. For example, a cat sat on the mat. You see here, this sentence ends with a full stop because it's a declarative. It's like someone is declaring something or someone is providing information that the cat sat on a mat. The next type of sentence is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences ask a question and ends with a question mark. For example, where are you going? You see, this interrogative sentence asks a question to whoever the question is supposed to be asked to. Where is that specific person going? And you see, above, the sentence ends with a question mark. You can, in written English, you make interrogative sentences end with a question mark. The next type of sentence is imperative sentence. Imperative sentences give a command or make a request. It can end with a full stop or an exclamation mark, but it depends on the intensity. Example, please close the door. This sentence ends with a full stop. Another example is stop that guy. This ends with an exclamation mark. This is how exclamation sentences sometimes indicate a command. And the first example I said was just like a declarative sentence. For example, that made a request. So that is how you define an imperative sentence with examples and definitions. Last type of sentence is exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences express strong emotion or excitement, and it always ends with an exclamation mark. For example, I won the race. This sentence ends with an exclamation mark. This sentence indicates excitement and strong emotion. The person, whoever says this, indicates that he's expressing strong emotion that he won the race. These are just the main types of sentences. There are more types of sentences which is not mostly used. After exclamatory sentences, we come across simple sentences. Simple sentence is a single independent clause with a subject and predicate. Simple sentences convey a complete thought, but they do not contain any dependent clauses. Simple sentence, we can use an example such as Juliet waited on her balcony. We come across compound sentence now. A compound sentence combines 2 or more independent clauses, which are essentially 2 separate sentences that can stand alone, often using a coordinating conjunction like and, but, or a semicolon to connect them. Essentially, it's like joining 2 sentences that are related to one sentence. Now let's just go through independent clauses. Each part of a compound sentence must be a complete thought that can function as a sentence on its own. Those are independent clauses. And then coordinating conjunctions. Words like for and nor, but, or, yet, and so, often remembered by the acronym fanboys, are used to connect the clauses. And then semicolons. Sometimes a semicolon can be used to join independent clauses, especially when they are closely related in meaning. Compound sentences help writers combine related ideas, make sentences more interesting, and avoid short, choppy sentences. They are a key element in developing strong writing skills. Next, we come across complex sentences. Complex sentence is made up of a main clause and a subordinate clause connected to each other with a subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions are common in academic writing, and they are extremely useful for indicating sophisticated connections between ideas. For example, after the storm passed, the sun emerged. And our last type of sentence, the compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence combines the features of both compound and complex sentences. It contains at least two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Essentially, it's a sentence with multiple independent thoughts, like a compound sentence, and at least one phrase that relies on the main clause for its meaning, like a complex sentence. That was all the types of sentences. Now, let's dive a bit deep more about sentences. Let's go on to what should be contained in the sentence. I'm not gonna dive deep much on what should be in a sentence. We'll just go through punctuations. So yeah, we know that sentences should have punctuations. Let's discuss on punctuations. First punctuation, the full stop. A full stop is always used at the end of a sentence and should always be contained once a sentence ends. But it depends on the tone of a sentence. A full stop is generally used at the end of the sentence when a statement is declared or some information is given. Punctuation number 2, the question mark. Question marks are always used at the end of a sentence when a question is asked. If the tone of a sentence is like a question, then you must apply a question mark to your sentence. A question mark indicates that the type of sentence you're using is actually an interrogative sentence. Last punctuation, the exclamation mark, always used in exclamatory or imperative sentences. Exclamation mark indicates strong emotion or excitement. Well guys, it has come to the end of the video and we'll be back with more videos soon. So if you liked the video, give a like and subscribe. Happy to provide you with knowledge. Over and out.